tell us when we are. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year! So I am sitting here with my friend Philippo Franchini, all the way from Lucca, which is Tuscany, Italy. And Bello. And Filippo and Dana have been working on this amazing album called
Lucca Live, a Kirtan Summit.
Yes. And because it's a new year, as I was listening to this new song, Lakshmi Ma, which I'm going to play for you, I had this thought, so many people at New Year's, they setting resolutions, intentions, and I thought, nope, forget all that. Just listen to this song because there's such a high vibe. When we get into a high vibe, what happens when we get into a high vibe, Mr. Philippo Franchini?
Well, it's
the Musical Alchemist.
It aligns us to our truest self is basically what happens. And we remember that our truest self, as the yogis have told us, is Satchit Ananda, which means truth, consciousness, and bliss. So we get to remember our essential nature, basically. And that's what chanting and mantras are ultimately for.
So to kind of, because so many of us step into the new year with our resolutions, with our past baggage that says, yeah, you set intentions last year and for the last 500 years and you didn't do it. So there's a bunch of noise that we have to kind of slice through. And sometimes we never quite slice through it, but this music is one way to do it. There's chanting, there's just a high vibe that feels like a beautiful, lovely razor blade. Just like get rid of all
exactly
the crap.
Because the mind, trying to declutter the mind is a very difficult task,
right?
If not impossible.
Oh, that's great. That is such a good point. And okay, but on that note, let's dial into Lakshmi Ma. So I'm going to do a shameless plug. In Dreamafesting that's coming out this September, there's a course that starts next week of Dreamafesting. But I talk about how Dreamafesting is a spiritual program, and yet it's got an angle toward manifesting. So those two things seem like they're diametrically opposed. You're either spiritual and you forego all the things of this earth, or you're a very materialistic person and you live sort of a miserly existence, but yet you have stuff. But how do we have both?
That's a great example of a false dichotomy.
Exactly. But I was thinking, and this was way before I even knew Filippo was doing this Lakshmi Ma song. I wrote a section in the book about Lakshmi because this goddess, is a high vibe spiritual being. And yet she's got gold coins dripping from her, falling from her. She is the quintessence of abundance,
grace, beauty, and compassion. So she's totally connected into the divine, and she bestows the blessings of abundance, beauty, grace, compassion. And there's no separation in her reality. And that is actually part of ourselves too. We know that our essential nature is abundance, and that we have joy within us. We have compassion. And when we're connected to that, then it's normal to just live in a state of abundance. There's no dichotomy between, the spiritual is, poverty somehow, and the materialistic is the bad people that have lots of money. That's a false dichotomy.
If you grew up with any religion, like I did as a Catholic, and I, not to put them down at all, but there was the thought that it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven. I mean, that idea landed in me. And I thought, okay, well, I just want to be good. I don't want to go to hell and burn for eternity. So what's the alternative? I'll be good and spiritual and not rich in the past. But that was definitely, I think many of us, except for the atheists out there, grew up with this notion. So Lakshmi is the loophole. because she is spiritual and she is abundant, just like Dreamafesting is kind of the loophole. You were going to say something.
Well, what I wanted to
Because you
say,
grew up with religion.
yeah, definitely. So what I wanted to say is that the material abundance that people are often chasing after, if that becomes their main focus, then yes, they've lost their connection with the source of that. But if you know all along that the source of all the abundance is from the divine, is holy, is God, then you're not lost in that outward seeking. You can go about your daily life doing what you need to do and calling forth all the abundance you need while being completely connected to God in your spiritual practice and whatever that is. So this church dichotomy served the church very well because they ended up getting a lot of people's money.
Right.
And the Catholic Church, for example, became the richest institution in the world.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
there may have been an alternative motive in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And let's face it, most people at this time of year, one of the top 10 intentions that people set is to have more money, is to pay off their debt, is to come into wealth. And a lot of people think in order to do that, I might have to win the lottery. Or for a lot of women, they're like, I just want to marry somebody that's going to take care of me, or some miracle outside myself is going to have to happen in order for me to come into that. And I feel like this song, I'm going to play it for you, by the way, so I'm not just teasing you about this Lakshmi song. But I think there's something about like knowing that there is a way that we can align internally that can shift what happens externally.
Absolutely.
And I know for myself, it does feel like it's an eye of a needle. Sometimes it feels like I myself go way too far into the extremes. I sometimes get way too kind of lost in my spiritual path where I really don't give a flying bleep about the things of this world, the metrics of this world, the money, the numbers, the status, that like none of that feels relevant at all. And then I think, okay, but I incarnated on this planet for a reason. Okay, let me come back into my body, into this world. And then sometimes I can get overly overly fixated. I was just telling a friend of mine with numbers, like my weight, my age, the time, everything feels so limited. And then I get stressed out and even like go down a very slippery slope. Lakshmi is the antidote. What were you going to say?
Yeah. It's dancing that balance,
Not easy. So this is why I'm
It
excited.
gets easier if we practice it more and we have more faith. At the beginning, it can seem very daunting. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, almost impossible. But that's why I'm excited, because I never want to just talk about a problem without having at least a little toehold in the solution. And when I listened to this Lakshmi song on repeat the other day, literally I could feel the floodgates opening to abundance. And I want to share this with you. So before I play this song as a way of wrapping this up, this is just a little shorty if you're used to my hour-long pieces, but let's talk about how people can get in touch with you and find out more about the album. You're releasing it in pieces as we go along. And
yeah, we released the first one for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
that was called Count My Blessings.
I love that song so much.
Yeah.
And they can hear this on your Facebook,
well, it's all on the SoundCloud right now.
SoundCloud.
And the links are on my Facebook and my Instagram page. And we can also put the links down
we
here
can.
later.
So if they look up Philippo Franchini.
Yeah, Philippo Franchini.
Okay, so here's how you spell it. It's on here if you're watching. Philippo Franchini, Franchini. He's a true Italian.
Or you can look at themusicalalchemist.com. Also, that's a way to
that's
get
the
to my
easiest.
website.
Themusicalalchemist.com to get all the info about his past albums, which are so beautiful, for meditation, for yoga, even soul, like spiritual, soul divine. And like you're just an eclectic dude.
Well, I like many flavors, just like the divine is many, many flavors. So,
Yes.
that's how we do it.
That's how we do. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I wanna also just plug in here since we're talking about spiritual manifesting. Check out my website, kellysullivanweldon.com, and Dreamafesting is one of the first banners you'll see there, and we start in about a week-ish to go through the information and the workbook in order to help you build your dreamy manifesting muscles. And this song is definitely in alignment with this. So this is Lakshmi Ma, and we're going to play it for you. Enjoy.
Recorded in Lucca, Tuscany.
Lucca, Tuscany. Dana Walden, shout out to you.
Lakshmi Ma, Ahi Maha, Shanti Devata, Sharanam Jai Sharanam, Lakshmi Devata, Sharanam Jai Sharanam, Lakshmi Devata, Sharanam Jai Sharanam, Lakshmi Devata. Lakshmi Ma, Ahi Maha, Shanti Devata, Sharanam Jai Sharanam, Lakshmi Devata, Sharanam Jai Sharanam, Lakshmi Devata, Sharanam Jai Sharanam, Lakshmi Devata. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma,
joining us to find out more about live
Kelly Sullivan
Tuscany.
and dream manifesting.
Thank you so much. Sweet dreams. Happy New Year. See you soon. Don't take. Thank you for listening to the Kelly Sullivan Walden Show. If you enjoyed this episode, take a moment to like, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. My show can be found on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to order my new book, A Crisis is a Terrible Thing to Waste, go to your favorite online or brick and mortar retailer, then head on over to kellysullivanwalden.com, tragic to magic. Input your order number and redeem your bonus gifts. I'm also excited to be offering a DreamWork practitioner training. So if that calls to you, go to kellysullivanwalden.com/DreamWork. If you'd like to join me for the live recording of these shows, most Wednesdays at noon Pacific, you can find me on Facebook at Kelly Sullivan Walden Dreams. If you have a question about your dreams or about how to transform your tragic into magic, email me at kelly@kellysullivanwalden.com. Until next time, remember, a crisis is a terrible thing to waste. And as you awaken to the power of your dreams, you make the world a lighter, brighter, more beautiful place, one dream at a time. Sweet dreams.